Welcome to the Sisters of Stardust, our D&D campaign we do live on TikTok every Tuesday. I'm Zach, the Dungeon Master, and with me as always is my awesome sister, and I'll let her introduce herself.
I'm Amanda, aka Deidra Shimmerstone. I do that every time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a halfling, Mark of Healing, and a Storm Sorcerer.
Alright, and last time we actually had Deidra go, basically her mom told her she wanted to recruit a girl that was showing like powers, because they go and recruit sorcerers. So last time we had Deidra go to a girl's house to recruit her to become part of the Sisters of Stardust, and her mom wants to train her because she's showing that she has sorcerer energy, basically. So they showed up at the house, and she was actually tending to a blind human who was very controlling and just kind of always very demanding of, he was calling her Tumbly at the time. So he was very demanding of this halfling girl, Tumbly. Basically was asking her to do a lot of things. She was doing it immediately. Deidra deduced pretty quickly that she was under a spell where she had to listen to what he said. After she deduced that she was under a spell, she went and tried to talk to the girl one-on-one, but she felt like the guy could like read her mind or was listening in or something, so she decided to go and talk to the guy, and she threatened this man. His name was Gord, actually, and Gord told Tumbly to attack them, basically get him off the property. So she used a whole person spell on both Deidra and her best friend Arya, and Arya ended up getting stuck, and Deidra was like, hey, well, we don't want to fight. So after they were like, we're not going to fight, they left, and they made a plan to basically go and separate Tumbly and Gord and see what they could do. Basically, they planned to kill Gord and break this spell. So that's
what they... It was a very thought-out plan.
Yes. So that's what they did. They went and tapped on the window. Arya got Tumbly out to the wood line, and then Deidra snuck in and basically was like, hey, you're going to and she got in a fight with this guy who transformed into a weremole, and then he dug a hole under him, so she turned around and Tumbly come back to fight, and she cast darkness, and it was crazy. But I've been letting Amanda use the sidekick rules for her companions on there, so Arya was actually being controlled by Amanda at the time, so she used the sleep spell on her, and they took her out. But then the mole man came back up, and Deidra ended up electrocuting him and destroying him. So they took the girl back, who did confirm after figuring out that Gord was dead that she was under a spell, and she had to do everything he said or she would get hurt in her head. And she was so happy and was like, I don't know what I'm going to do, let's go. And so they took her back to their city, and at their city they or not their city, their little town, and at their little town they ate food, hung out a little bit. The girl who was revealed, her name wasn't Tumbly, it was what did I name her? Tulane. Tulane basically was like, I'm going to be happy here, don't leave me alone. And so they ended up getting her there. And yeah, that is where we will begin.
Killed a weremole and got Tumbly.
Okay.
Did you send me Tumbly's character sheet?
I can send it to you now if I haven't. So she told you that her actual name is Tulane as well.
Tulane. I like Tumbly more.
I know. Well, it's just so fun. It was so catchy when I was saying it in that weird voice.
In the creepy voice?
Yeah. Let me go ahead.
I got so comfy this time. So comfy.
Let me go ahead and add this on here, and I will send it to you, and you will have her little sheet here. Tulane's been living with you for a couple of days. Maybe a week or two. We'll say 2 weeks. And as your mom and aunt have been getting to know her, they've been like asking her about her past and where she came from, what she's been doing, and they've been like kind of homing in on what her magic specialty is.
Darkness.
Yeah, it's like darkness and shadow magic. But
So just training her, basically, helping her focus in and...
Mm-hmm. But they deduce that her power comes from, like, the Shadowfell, so that's a very specific, like, plane in D&D, but it's basically, like, it's like a nightmarish realm, if that makes sense. So she can draw power from there. Also, while they're getting to know her, they were asking her how she ended up being in Gord's, like, care. And she said that her family actually sold her to him after they figured out that she had these, like, crazy powers, and they didn't even believe that she was their daughter anymore, even though they had, like, raised her for years. This is a common occurrence in the place she came from. We're going to call it Huckleberry. That's where she comes from.
Okay.
So, she actually tells them that a common occurrence that happened there was, like, a lot of children would get either kidnapped and replaced with something else. And so that's what her family did. If that makes sense. Her family, basically everybody, like, there was this reoccurring thing where babies were getting taken and replacing people, and her family thought that that's what had happened to her, so they didn't even believe that that she was their child anymore when she got sold to this guy. And it's a thing that happens a lot there. Your aunt and mom actually started discussing a lot about it. We're like, hey, for that to be happening in one place, like, a lot like this is strange, and they think that there's, like, some magical, a magical presence that's making that happen, or at least attracting creatures that are interested in doing this type of a thing. So they actually are going to ask you to go and check it out. They want you to go to Huckleberry and to see what's causing the magical disturbances, or basically just to figure out what's up with it, because they want to know basically if there is something magical there that's creating people like Tulane. They should know about it so they can help those people. Or if there's just, like, some crazy other... Basically, they just want you to go there and see if there's any magical presence that is drawing this type of thing.
Okay.
If that makes sense. And so, I'll say you can take one of your companions with you. I want to say it might be weird to take Tulane, but you can take her if you want to. I'll leave that to you.
I don't want to put Tulane in danger, so I kind of just want to take Arya.
Okay.
Because I know that's where she comes from. Well, maybe I should take Tulane because she's familiar with...
the area.
Yeah. But I can only take one?
Yeah. Your mom and aunts are just trying to make it so that it's not like everybody's constantly out. Like, they want a base of operation.
But my mom and my aunt were there.
I know, but if you remember, they're not allowed to leave anyway.
Okay, true. Because my aunt is a fugitive.
Yeah.
Okay. So then... yeah, I'll take Tulane then.
Okay.
That way, Arya can continue to work and not raise too much suspicion with her family.
I got you.
And then Tulane is familiar with the territory and the people and the customs, so she can help me out.
Mm-hmm. And she's going to know her way there. So if you talk to her about it, she's going to make it very clear that people are, like, afraid of her there. So she's going to want to, what's the word? She's going to keep a low profile when she's with you there.
Can we disguise her?
Yeah. How do you want to disguise her?
Put her in a hat. I don't know.
I mean, I'll say that you guys probably have, like, a bunch of different shawls, hoods, other clothing you can think of that would fit a halfling girl like her.
Okay. So, Yeah, let's like put her in like an inconspicuous outfit that kind of hides her face and her features, so that people hopefully won't be able to tell who she is.
Yeah, we'll say you guys get off to, you go off on your journey. She's picked herself out like a hood and just some stuff to keep her face covered. I'll say that she probably like does her hair in a way where like the hair is kind of like, so her hair's pretty short anyway, but we'll say that she just brings it in front of her face to keep herself hidden in that way too, like when she needs to. Otherwise it's still like, cute and kept. But yeah, so you guys start off on your journey, and I'll say you can do either a survival or a nature check, but you can have advantage because she probably knows the way, like really well, But I guess I'm rolling.
Survival or nature?
Yeah. So just tell me the bonuses and I can roll, unless you have a thing.
I'm trying to throw it up.
Oh, I got you.
Let's do survival.
Survival? Got you. Whoa. So I rolled a 10.
But we have advantage.
Oh yeah, that's true. 19. Is it
plus
just
two?
Plus 2? Okay. So you guys make it there no problem. You go through there. You go through the roads and things. I would say it's probably a week or two journey.
Okay.
You guys walking there. But you guys end up getting there no problems. She knew like any place there might be something weird and you guys just avoided it. And you guys get in. Or you see the town as you approach. Is there anything you want to do before you go inside the town?
Well, I'll just ask Tulane, like, where do you think we should start? Did you get any, like, feelings about what we're looking for? Any idea where this magical disturbance could be coming from?
She's like, I'm not 100% sure, like, where it might be coming from. She's like, I do know there was another person who got, like, disowned from her family, but she lives outside the town now. We don't know where she's at, but she'll, like, pop in from time to time. But yeah, I would say maybe if we're looking for someone who's seen some magical disturbances, we could go to one of the inns in there.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking we could just kind of ask around.
Yeah. Also, okay. One thing you notice as you're like walking up to the settlement is I would say it's like evenly halfling and human at the settlement. So there are like, tall humans doing their thing with their halfling there too. But yeah, she tells you she knows of an inn, and what am I saying? It's called the Grumpy Unicorn Inn.
Sweet. Let's head there.
Okay. So one thing.
I sent you a picture of what I think Tulane looks like.
Okay. I'll go check it out. But she Whoa. Oh wow. She looks dope. But yeah, she tells you that this inn is specifically normally it's specifically a halfling inn, but it is in like a normal size, or I guess a taller building, so that like humans can get in there as well. But like most of the furnishings and stuff are for like halfling, even though there are like large tables too.
Okay.
And when you walk into this inn, you see that next to the tables are like steps, like just like little stools, so that they can like be standing next to the table and they take orders or pour drinks or anything like that. Like for the human tables, for the normal halfling tables, they don't need it. But there are a couple people in here. There's actually one human in here. There is a barkeep who is a halfling. And then there are 2 tables with just a couple of halfling chilling at the inn there.
Okay, I'm gonna go talk to the human.
The human? Okay. He is wearing like some traveler's clothes. What do you want to say?
Yeah. I can see that you are a traveler. Like, what brings you to this town?
I've been traveling and I've just been looking for good fishing spots. And I'm a fisherman by trade, and I found a pretty good fishing spot here, but I had to leave it, unfortunately, because there were some goblins over there. And look,
Goblins.
he's like, the best thing about this fishing spot was the fish would come out of the water and they'd fly around.
This makes me feel like this is like a side quest, but also what I'm looking for.
But then they would go under the water too. He's like, it was pretty interesting. Not like anything I've ever seen.
I feel like you're going like Scottish and then Western.
Yeah. It's like if you were stuck in a different... It doesn't matter. But yes, there were flying fish and I caught them.
Now Irish. Okay. So, hey, do you think you could show me to where this fishing spot is?
He's like, yes. I do have a couple of things I need to do in the town for the day. But what I could do, I could take you later tonight if you want.
Sure.
Okay. He's like, how about we meet here at sundown?
That sounds perfect to us.
And then I will lead you and your friend to the to my fish spot. Do you fish?
Sometimes.
So I actually put fish tackle in Deidra's thing a couple times ago because in the first episode you said you went fishing in the morning or something. So I added
I did. I went fishing and then I went to see Arya afterwards.
So
okay.
But so you do have fishing stuff if you did want to fish, but I'm just letting you know.
Yes, I do fish.
He's like, oh, well, there'll be some good catching tonight too, and like I said, you can just catch them out of the air because they're flying fish. But we'll look out for goblins. Anyway, I'm gonna finish my meal, wrap up my affairs, and then we can meet here at sundown.
Perfect. So, we will see you tonight.
He's like, what was your name again?
I'm Deidra.
He's like, and you?
And this is Tulane.
Tulane. Good to meet you.
Oh, I guess I shouldn't tell them her name. This is Tumbly. Sorry.
Oh, Tumbly. Okay, that's an interesting name. I like it. Okay. I guess you guys can fit if you want to finish. I'm just finishing my meal and my drink. You're welcome to stay. And then, yeah. What brings you?
I think we're going to run a few errands around town, but we'll meet you here tonight.
He's like, okay, I'll see ya. Are you leaving the inn?
Yes.
Okay. As you leave, you like right when you walk outside, you feel like a strange. How do I say this? You feel like taken aback in your head, like you just, like when you just like get dizzy for no reason.
Yeah.
You feel a little dizzy, and you're like, "Whoa, what on earth?" And you hear a voice talk, and it says, "Hey, don't go to the spring with that man, please." And it's a woman's voice.
Can I speak back to her telepathically?
You can try.
So I think, like, what do you know?
She's like, that man is not a man. In fact, he is a creature that lures people out to the fishing spot and eats them.
So is he the one that's been, like, making people go missing in this town?
She's like, well, there's quite a few things that make things go missing, but he's one of the things.
What? Have you noticed anything weird, like a magical disturbance?
Like a magical disturbance?
Within the town?
So when you say that, she's like, there's actually quite a magical disturbance within this town. I'm stuck in that guy's voice. I gotta do a woman's voice now. There's actually quite a magical disturbance. She's like, I've lived here all my life, but I've had to keep myself secluded. But I did stumble upon the thing that has immense power, and will give that power away to things that don't deserve it, such as that creature. And sorry, that burp wasn't in the telepathic thing. She's
I was okay with it being in the
and she's all
conversation.
She's like, and yeah, she's like, it's a giant stone. Right now, a bunch of goblins have taken to being in the cave that this stone is in, but yeah. She's like, sorry, people don't like it when they see me here, so I'm in disguise, so I can talk to you somewhere else. But just don't go with that, man, please.
Okay. Is there a certain place you'd like to meet in town?
She's like, well, if you want to see me, we'll have to be out of town. She's like, I'm gonna walk up to you, just know this isn't how I actually look. So you see a halfling woman walk up to you. She's just got like curly hair, and she's wearing like suspenders, basically, and like a shirt. Okay. And she's like barefoot. She's like, and she's not moving her mouth. She's still talking to you within your head. She's like, yeah, this isn't how I look, but this is how I get into town.
Okay. Then let's meet out of town just before sunset, before we have to meet this guy.
So we're gonna avoid him?
No. We're gonna go meet him.
She's like, he's immensely... She's like, this is like a disguised ogre.
Do you think I could kill him?
She's like, I don't think I can kill him, so I don't think you can kill him. You definitely...
What if we all three could kill him?
She's like, You definitely can tell that this person feels like they're very experienced in magic stuff, just from how they're, like, sounding.
But still are threatened. She's still threatened.
Mm-hmm. So, basically, she's like, yeah, she's like, I don't know if we can't, like, it's a very strong being. So, not only is it an ogre, but the Darkstone probably has given it power. Well, it's pretending to be something it's not, and yeah, it's using its powers in that way.
Okay. So we shouldn't come meet him here tonight.
She's like, I would avoid him at all costs. She's like, I've been tracking him for a while, and I'll normally just ward people away from him. So, that's how I've been dealing with it.
Alright. Then, we'll meet you outside of town tonight.
Okay, she's like, I'll just meet you at the edge of the road, and we can, I don't know, I can take you to the Darkstone, but like I said, there's a bunch of goblins over there, and they will attack you, and the Darkstone grants people magical abilities, so it's not gonna just be normal goblins if we go to fight them.
Okay. I think we should go, but let's talk about it first. So we'll just meet tonight, and we'll have a chat, and then we'll figure out a game plan.
Okay, she's like, I will meet you over there. I'm gonna keep observing this guy. Just make sure nobody walks off with him. And you see him walk off.
Okay. So, I kind of want to go into town.
Okay, so before she goes, you see her pull like a little tuft of hair from the back of her head. She's like, just hold on to this. I'll be able to talk to you if you hold on to my hair. She's like,
is she a half-blood?
What's up?
Is she a half-blood?
A hex blood?
A hex blood?
Yeah.
Heck yeah!
So
okay.
she like hands it to you. She's like, just hold on to it. I'll be able to talk to you as long as you're in town. And you can talk to me too.
Okay.
So, if I don't show up, or if you don't show up, we can talk to each other. It's fine. And she like walks off. And you notice when she walks away, the tuft of hair changes from like a auburn hair color. Is that the word I'm looking for? To like more of a darker, like a jet black hair.
Okay.
So, what do you want to do? Sorry, I already asked that, but I forgot already.
But she actually looks like she actually has black hair.
Yeah.
Because she's disguising herself. Mm. Okay. So, I'm going to go into town and see if there's any, like, shops around town.
Okay.
For stuff and such. I mean, I don't really need much.
Yeah.
Because I have my magic wand. Maybe, like, armor?
Are you proficient in armor?
I don't know what that means.
So look in the bottom left corner of your first page and it'll show your proficiencies.
Nope.
Okay. So then...
Oh, I want to find a crossbow.
You're going to get a crossbow? Okay. So you, after looking around for a while, you can find I want to call it a fletching smith, whatever. It's basically a bow and crossbow smith. And yeah, it is actually run by a human. He's sitting there. You see him like working some wood and making some what's it called? Bolts and arrows. Or he has at least spaces to make those.
So I'll just ask him, do you have anything halfling size?
He's like, well, look. He looks at you and he's like, I sure can make anything halfling sized. I got plenty of things halfling sized here. He's like, what you looking for?
I'm looking for a crossbow.
He's like, you want just a normal light crossbow, two-handed, one-handed crossbow?
A light one-handed crossbow?
So there's basically, he's asking you if you want a light crossbow, which is, a light crossbow is two-handed, but it's basically like if you got a rifle. So it's not going to have like a lot of kick. Then there's a hand crossbow where it's like you can use it in just one hand. Then there's a heavy crossbow that's like heavy duty.
My proficiencies say light crossbow, so I feel like that's what I should go with.
Okay, so if you're only proficient in light crossbow, that means that's the only one you would like know how to use. Like, right. Okay. Like the other ones you can use, you just wouldn't have the extra stuff. I don't know if I put the crossbow onto your character sheet. I might have already, like in the weapon area.
You didn't. I only have a staff and a dagger.
Okay. So, basically when you're talking to this guy, he's like, alright, the normal going rate for a light crossbow is 25 gold, if you want the ammunition as well.
Okay. So I have like 300 copper.
Uh-huh.
What does that translate to?
Okay, let me look. 100 copper makes a gold.
Really?
Yeah.
Shoot.
Because, yeah, 10 would make a silver, and then 10 silver make a gold. So it's going to be 100 copper.
Okay, is there any way I can make some money in this town for the day?
You could probably go and try and find some odd jobs if you want to.
Kind of, now.
You could probably ask the smith if there's anything you could do for him to be able to, like a favor or something too, if you want to try that. If you want to go
let's do that.
Okay. So what do you want to, how are you going to ask him?
I was wondering if there was anything, like any favors I could do for you in exchange for the crossbow rather than the gold.
He's like, that's a tough call. Let me think. First off, I want to do a persuasion roll, so tell me what your modifier... I'll tell you what I get, and then you can tell me the modifiers. I got an 11. And then for him...
So 14.
14. Okay, for him I rolled a 2, and he has a 0 charisma, so... 14.
Perfect.
You just, like... I feel... You, like, get the sense that he's looking at you, and he just, like, for whatever reason, just feels, like, compassion. He's like, okay, this person needs a crossbow. He's like,
okay.
You could...
Yeah, I have a question, though.
Yeah.
So, like, my folk hero features, does that help me with any of that stuff, too?
So, if you were, like, looking for shelter, you could do that. But, yeah, I'll say it helps you, like, find a job here.
Okay.
As well. So... He's going to tell you, basically, he's like, okay, there's quite a travel out of town to get, he's like, basically, there is an oil well. Oh, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay. You, like, disappeared. He's like, basically...
I was looking away, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Like, you disappeared, and I was like, oh, maybe she left. He's like, there's an oil well. It's about a day's journey away. He's like, if you go to the oil well, fill me up a couple of bags of oil and bring it back. You know what? We'll call it even.
Okay.
I'll give you a crossbow and some bolts.
Great. Thank you.
You get the sense that, like, this is, like, there must be some weird circumstance going on in his life that would make him just feel like it's more valuable for you to go get the oil for him, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I figured it's probably, like, a more difficult journey, or, like, he has other things going on.
Yeah.
So he can't do it.
So.
Okay. So I'm gonna do that probably, like, tomorrow.
Okay.
I'll come back tomorrow.
You got it. Okay. Anything else you want to do?
No.
Okay.
I think we should just go meet, whatever her name is. I don't know.
Yeah, she didn't tell you her name, huh?
I'll ask her. What's your name?
Oh, you're asking her through her thingy?
Through her hair.
Yeah, she's like, oh, my name's Jeanette. What was your name?
Deidra. Nice
Deidra?
to meet you.
He's like, okay, good to meet you. Yeah, it's probably better we know each other's names, I guess. She's like, I feel like that guy's gonna go... She's like, that guy's gonna go up to the inn to meet you soon, so I think we'll be good to meet up and go here pretty soon. So, we'll say you guys meet at the end of the road later on.
Okay.
Boom. But yeah, she meets you at the end of the road and stuff, and there she has like a lantern with her at the light. When you actually see her without the her illusion up, she is wearing some like darker clothing and a red cloak with a hood, and she has a basically, like, what would you call a wreath? Like a wreath hat thing on? Is that what it's called? Where it's like flowers and sticks, but it's like a crown. You know what I'm saying?
Flower crown.
Flower crown, except for it's like twigs. So basically, like, there are a couple flowers, but it's like twigs, and for the most part, there's like one twig that points out on the right side of her head. But other than that, she has long dark hair as well. And yeah, she's like, oh, she's like, now I can actually talk to you in person. Like, I don't have to talk in my head.
I'm so excited.
She's like, so you guys are here looking for magic stuff?
We're here to kind of help with this magical disturbance that you guys have been experiencing.
She's like, well,
we know it's been causing some distress in the town, and
I got you. She's basically like, so yeah, so I was born in the town with my family, and they threw me away after I started showing I started talking to them how I was talking to you and things, and scared them, and they were basically like, you're not our actual child. They basically threw me away, and I didn't leave. I figured out fairly quickly I could change my shape, and I just come back to town and like eat, and figured out how to fend for myself in that way. But while I've been living outside of town, because I can't sleep with my disguise on, she's like, so I have to live out here. She's like,
makes sense.
She's like, since I've been living out here, I actually discovered there was a long hole. Like, I was able to see magic like floating in the air. I could see magical people. Like, I can just tell what kinds of magic there are floating up. Basically, she's telling you she knows the detect magic spell. And she would cast it and be able to see things. She's like, yeah, I followed there was some magic in the air that was just like really strong, just flowing through it. And I ended up following it to its source. There was actually a large black stone within a cave. It's definitely that's where like a lot of our like these magical disturbances, you call them, are coming from. She's like, I personally really like the stone. I feel like I've gained a lot from it, but
as you said, it's been also giving powers to undeserving.
She's like,
and that's what we want to prevent.
She's like, I am all for. She's like, that's why I've been sticking around. Like, I watch for those around the stone, and well, I just try and follow the biggest threats. She's like, I haven't been too worried about the goblins because they haven't been venturing too far out of the cavern. But as far as the big blue ogre, he's scary. I've just been trying to keep people away from him.
Okay, good to know. Also, do you know where this oil well is?
Oil well? She's like, yes, I know where the oil well is. She's like, I always go and get oil there for my little hut.
Perfect. Okay, let's start with this stone.
Okay.
And see what we can do about maybe seeing how we can prevent it from the undeserving.
Cool. I'm going to have you roll a Arcana check on the girl, because she did say she gained a lot from the stone, and I feel like I just want to see if you like caught anything from that. Does that make sense? Or like...
Yeah.
So I rolled a 10. I've been rolling a lot of 10s and 11s today.
I have a +2 to my Arcana, so 12.
12? Okay, let's see. Okay, so I'm going to say, like, although she looks halfling, you can tell she's definitely, like, there has been a magical change within this girl.
Yeah. Okay.
So. Okay, I rolled a natural 20 for you.
What?
I rolled a natural 20 for that. And you,
Sweet.
so you definitely know that there's goblins here, and I'm gonna say that like when looking into the cavern, like deep into the hole, you actually see goblins, but amongst these goblins, you actually see a goblin that is dressed like a jester.
Okay. So I'm going to whisper to my peeps to say, like, is it okay if I go first? I have a couple of spells I want to cast that are within range and can do quite a bit of damage.
Jeanette has no problem with you going first, and whatever. How did I say her name? Tulane. Tulane's basically like, yeah, you're the boss. She's like, I'm here to learn from you.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just reading what ones I want to do.
So at the bottom of the hall, you actually see that there are 5 goblins chilling.
What?
So at the end of the hall that you're looking at, there are 5 goblins, but it continues past that. Does that make sense? So this is just like the first part of the cave.
So how many feet are they in front of me?
So I'm going to say, like, looking down into the cave. So they're probably 30 feet ahead of you, 35 feet ahead of you right now.
Okay. So I'm going to roll stealth and go forward about 20 feet.
Okay.
Just to see if I can get up there undetected.
Okay, let me roll that for you. I got a natural 1.
Reroll.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Thank you. 17.
Plus 2, so 19.
19? Okay. You feel like you are not noticed.
Okay. Because I can only go like 25 feet, right? That's like my speed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if I'm undetected, we're not in initiative yet, and I can go again?
Yeah. So you haven't
Okay, so now I'm only 15 feet away from them?
Yeah.
Or 10 feet? Okay. So I'm going to go... is it okay if I, like, just run towards them, and as soon as I'm within 5-foot range... Or... Actually... I'm gonna go forward... Okay. So I'm gonna go up another 10 feet and cast Thunder Wave, and anything within 15 feet needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Is it a 15-foot cone? Or is it 15 feet around you?
Cube. 15 feet cube.
Oh, really? Okay. I'll say that's because I was thinking they're all within like 10 feet of each other, like they're all chilling. You know? So, yeah. I will roll for them. What's the save?
Constitution.
Okay.
And is that against my...
Your DC? Yeah.
Okay, so 13.
Okay. Okay, so 4 of them fail, 1 of them pass. Go ahead and roll the damage for it.
It is 2d8 damage, and then the person that passed gets half the damage.
Okay, 2d8. Boom. 1, 8. Oh, wait. It's 8 altogether. The person who passed takes half. So all of them are dead except for the one who passed.
Okay.
The save. Does it say that it's within a 300-foot... Like, it can be heard within 300 feet?
Audible out to 300 feet, yeah. So I'm sure more heard.
Okay. I was just checking.
And I kind of wanted to lure them out anyway.
Mm-hmm. I got you.
So that's fine with me.
So the jester did die. just so you know. But there is still one there, and you do hear other ones coming from the other inside the cave. And I'm going to say your friends are going to run up behind you. Let's go ahead and roll for initiative real quick. Okay, so you are going to be 19 plus, what was it?
Plus 2, so 21.
Okay, 21.
21.
Deidra. Tulane's next.
Yeah.
12.
I don't know what you add to it.
Dexterity.
Plus 0 for her, so 12.
Okay, so 12 for Tulane. Next is Jeanette. 7, and I have her stuff. Okay, so she's 9. Jeanette. And we'll roll for goblins. Here. Okay. So you get to go first, Deidra.
Okay, so I'm going to walk up to the one that's there and do shocking grasp.
Okay. Let's go ahead and roll the hit for that one.
That one says instantaneous, but also rolled a hit.
So it is instant. It means it happens within the 6 seconds of your turn. Is what instantaneous means. So rolling to hits just means you're just trying to grab onto them. You know, like so if you can't touch them, you can't. Like it's not going to do anything. If that makes sense.
Are they wearing armor made of metal?
They are wearing. Where are you, armor? A leather armor.
Okay.
So I got 16 plus your spell attack bonus.
Which is plus 5.
Okay.
So 21.
So that definitely hits. And it's a D8?
It's... yeah. 1d8 lightning damage.
Okay, so that's going to be...
And then they can't take reactions until the next turn. What?
So that's going to be 8 damage, but he is dead.
Okay, I thought so.
You took out all those goblins in that first room, but you do hear some goblins in the other room kind of like shouting and yelling. You hear one like laughing hysterically. But they are...
It's terrifying, but okay.
They are... It sounds like they're coming up the hallway.
Okay.
So it is actually their turn next. I'm going to say you do see them coming up the hallway. There is one like definite leader of them all. But the rest of them are just like a couple feet behind. I'll say like there's a 5-foot difference between how they're coming up. But they still don't quite make it up. Let's see if they have ranged options. They do. So this one is going to...
Can I say that they were also like walking up as I was doing this? They just knew to stay out of range.
Of the...
Of my wave, so like at least 15 feet away from me.
Oh, so they know to be 15 feet away from you? The goblins?
No.
Oh, you're... I got you.
At least Tulane does. I don't know if... I mean...
Yeah, so I imagined you going in there first, and then they just ran in after you took out all the goblins. But technically, they haven't even run in yet.
Yeah. But like, before I took an action, they started walking in behind me, but they knew to stay 15 feet away.
$15 away. Okay. So
they're like 20 feet away currently.
Got you. Okay, so I'm going to say the goblins are running up as well, and they are also... I want to say... They're down the hall a bit. I'll say they're still 30 feet away, but they do have bows, so they're going to try and shoot arrows at you. If they can. First one is definitely a miss. Rolled a 2. 5 miss. 13.
That hits.
Okay.
12.
Okay. So that's gonna be 7 damage.
Okay.
I'm gonna do one more. That's a 4. That's a miss. So one of them hit you, but the other 3 missed. Boom, boom.
Okay.
Next is Tulane.
Okay. Let me pull up her sheet really fast. So,
It's Tumbly.
what's Ray of Sickness? Hold on. It's probably on here.
It does like poison damage. It's down at the bottom on that sheet.
Okay. So, let's do that.
Okay. And then is it a roll to hit?
Yes. And it has a 60-foot range, so she can reach him because she's 50 feet away.
Yep.
Well, she'll run up to me.
Okay. I rolled an 18
she's
for her
30
to
feet
hit.
away.
So, I rolled an 18 for her to hit. Is she going for the
It's a
goblin? What?
Just the goblin in front.
Okay.
It's +5 to hit, too, so she definitely hits.
Okay, so she hits him. You notice when she... So, what's the damage for it?
2d8.
2d8? Okay. So you notice... when she hits this thing, it just... How do I want to say this? He, like, gets hit, but he, like, puffs his chest out and, like, is, like, flexing in his little goblin way. And you see, like, his veins pucker up a little bit. So he's just, like... He, like, just tanks this ray of sickness. And then after that happens, you hear, like, this giggling, uncontrollable giggling come from this goblin.
Okay. And then it's Jeanette's turn, right?
It is Jeanette's turn. I will say I have Jeanette's stuff. So she holds, like, the side of her head and looks at that same goblin that just started laughing. And she is going to try and get him hurt. What does he see? So he fails his save. So you see her, like, touch her head, and this goblin who's flexing, like, his eyes close and he, like, winces. Like, basically she's doing a mind attack on him.
Okay.
And he's just like, ugh! So his, like, little celebration was kind of in vain there.
Okay.
But yes, next is going to be you, Deidra.
Okay. I'm going to cast Witch Bolt
Okay.
on that one. So it's a
Roll to hit.
roll to hit
Okay. It's 19.
+5.
Definitely hits.
So it's 1d12 damage.
D12. Okay. Boom. Oh, that's a 10, not a 12. Silly me.
10 damage.
Okay, so as you shoot this lightning bolt at him, it hits him, but he does that same thing where he just, like, he's just trying to, like, tank it. And for whatever reason, you're looking at him and you see his eyes, like, glow. And it's almost as if he's, like, enjoying what's going on.
So he's resistant to magic attacks is what I'm feeling.
Could be.
Am I allowed to roll, like, Arcana?
Yeah.
To see if I know what's going on?
Let's roll the Arcana here. So I got a 7.
So, 9.
9. Let's see. How about we do? So he's basically, like, you can gather this is definitely some crazy magical thing going on because of the dark stone. You're not necessarily sure what's going on with him, if it's a resistance or if he's immune or what's going on, because it seems like he's being like charged up right now, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So let's not hit him with magic. That was lightning damage, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that matters.
I got you. But yes, next it is actually the goblins' turn, so I'm gonna have them run up, and this first one goes 30 feet, he can get just in range of you because they have a 30-foot walk speed. Sorry. Boom. And I am going to have him. He has like a little club. He's going to try and club you. And that's a 2, so he's definitely missing.
I'm glad you're rolling good for me and bad for
I know.
Goblins.
I'm not happy about it.
I'm happy about it.
Oh shoot, I've been forgetting to do something, because you know me, I forget all my features. Anyway, he comes up, tries to swing on you, misses, and then he takes a disengage, because he gets a disengage as a free bonus, or as a bonus action. So he's going to disengage as a bonus action, so he's still 5 feet away from you, if that makes sense. So you would have to engage with him on your turn.
I don't know what that means.
It means you just have to walk up to him if you want to do like melee attacks. Does that make sense?
I can't do an attack of opportunity if he disengages.
So disengages is how you avoid an attack of opportunity.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense? So he basically stepped out of your range safely.
Okay. Next.
So the other goblins are going to come up, but they're still using their. They're still a little.
Bows.
They're still 5 feet away from you, so all of them are going to use their bows still. So the first one's going to try and hit you for 10 plus 5. Nope, plus 4, 14 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
Okay. What's the damage here?
I might be in trouble.
So that's going to be 4 damage on you. Next one's going to also shoot with a bow. That is a miss. I rolled a natural 2. Next one. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
That hits.
13 hits, okay. That's 5 damage. Okay, so the last one is a 15 to hit, so that one definitely hits because the other 2 did. And it's going to be 5 damage.
I'm down.
You're down?
Yep.
Okay.
That puts me at 0.
Oh, dang. Next is... Who's next?
Tulane.
Tulane? Okay, do you want to do anything with Tulane?
Let me do... Chill touch.
Okay.
On one that's not laughing hysterically.
Okay. Also, it takes an act. If they use an action, they can attempt to stabilize you with a medicine check. That way, you don't have to make death saving throws. If you want to do that instead.
Okay.
I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, let's do that with her.
Okay. So I'm gonna roll.
What do I add to her thing? +1.
What's up?
What do I add to her thing? Intelligence? The roll?
So it's to her medicine check. It is wisdom.
Wisdom? Okay, that's nothing.
Okay. Well, she got an 11, so that should bring you... It's going to stabilize you, because I just did 50-50.
Okay.
So she stabilizes you.
Okay.
Next is Jeanette. So Jeanette is going to... She's going to run up to the group of goblins. And you see her... like twist her hand and a bunch of like spectral daggers float around her in a circle and start chopping. So she's going to be able to get 3 goblins because basically, I'm assuming that she's in a square and there's 3 goblins in squares in front of her, and she's being careful to avoid the one that you were talking about avoiding before.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically she has a bunch of daggers floating around her, cutting all these zombies, these goblins.
Okay.
I'm going to see if they can make these saves real quick. Okay.
Oh, Zach, I forgot that I can add 1 to all of my spells.
I got you. For all the ones it would have mattered for, you basically killed them already. There's just this one that's like really weird. 11, 12, 13. Okay. So you see her walk up and make these spectral daggers pop up. And it... She cuts 2 of the goblins and they're like bloodied, but one of them jumps out of the way, just so. And she, after doing that, she is going to... After that, she's going to cast a spell in the space that has the big one, or the one that was being difficult, if that makes sense.
Uh-huh.
Hit him, and he looks even like he's getting stronger while it's happening. Does that make sense? But there is basically a cloud of daggers in his space that is just going.
Okay.
And it doesn't disappear. It's a 1 minute long spell, so she's got some daggers floating there. Next is...
me.
You. So you're down still. You're just stabilized. Unless Tulane has a way to heal you.
I can't heal myself even though I'm stabilized?
So you're still unconscious. Does that make sense? So you're stable and you're not dying, but you're unconscious.
Okay.
So it's going to be, what do you want to do?
Well, I can't do anything.
No, I mean for Tulane. Or I guess it's the goblins before her.
It's the goblins' turn.
Okay. So the one who's in the cloud is going to jump out, and he's going to try and attack Jeanette here. And he's got a club. So 14, that actually does hit her. Choo-choo. Oh no, I have 2 pulled up. It's gonna do a whole 5 damage to her. Okay. So she takes 5 damage and she just kind of grunts. Next is the Tulane. Or no, I have to hit with the other guys. So the other 4 are going to try and hit Jeanette. And they're going to back up and start using their bows. First one, 8, 9, 10, that's a miss. 4, 5, 6, that's a miss. 15 hits. 5, 6, 7, okay. Not looking good. And then the next one is a miss. So now it's Tulane's turn. But basically these goblins are like backing up and shooting arrows while the one that has like the power is up in the front.
Okay. I don't really have anything. I don't really have anything for Tulane that can heal me.
Okay.
So, can she do an Arcana check to see if she knows what's going on with the dude?
Sure. So I got 8. So that's going to be plus her intelligence, or plus 3.
Plus what?
So she got 11 altogether because she has plus 3 on her Arcana.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to say that she knows, basically, that if there's a jester, like, in a goblin... What am I saying? In a goblin tribe, that means that they have, like, some special spirit thing. It's basically a spirit that goes between goblins, empowering them. So if that goblin that has the empowered thing dies, it'll just pass to another goblin. So you can basically deduce with her, like, kill all the goblins before you kill the super strong one. Because it's just going to move to another goblin.
Gotcha.
Boom, boom.
Okay, so I'm going to use, so she's going to run into, closer to them.
Okay.
And use, Chill Touch.
Chill Touch, okay. So she doesn't have to get close to use Chill Touch, by the way.
I know.
Okay.
But... Oh, never mind. It doesn't have a like, range. I thought it had a range.
So the range is 120 feet for Chill Touch.
No, I know, but, like, people within, like, a range of a certain footage had to make... Anyway.
Got
okay.
you.
So... yeah. It's plus 4 to hit, so I'm not hitting the super strong guy.
Okay. So, let's roll 1. I rolled a 2.
That sucks.
So, that's a 6 to hit. So, it definitely misses. Boom. Next is Jeanette, unless you want to do anything else. Because, what's her name? Tulane has sorcery points like you do.
Yeah.
So, you can use sorcery points. I don't know if I put that on her page.
You didn't.
Okay. I think it's because I made it.
Can I do that again then? Can I do that again?
Like, use a thing so you can use another cantrip.
Yeah, so it's only 1. And it's, if I do a twin spell with the sorcery point, it only costs 1 sorcery point to do it on 2 separate targets.
For the twin spell? Okay. So you're going to bonus action it and twin spell it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it'll be 2.
And you're using it on the Chill Touch?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm rolling it twice. So I got 14 for 14 plus 4, so that's 18 with 1. And then I got an 8 with the other. Altogether.
Total? That doesn't hit?
No, it does not. So the 18's gonna hit for sure. And
okay, so it's 1d8 necrotic damage.
1d8 necrotic. You got it.
And then it can't regain hit points until the start of its next turn.
Okay, so the one she hits actually dies. I rolled a 7 on it. Boom, boom. Okay.
Yay!
And next is
Jeanette.
Cool. Sorry, I'm looking at like 4 things at once. Okay, Jeanette.
Can she heal me?
I'm looking for sure.
Am I the only person that has healing stuff?
I think so. So you and Arya have healing stuff.
So I'm just screwed.
Well, you're just unconscious for this battle, for the rest of the battle, pretty much.
Okay.
You're not dead. Like, what do I want to do with her? Sorry, I'm looking at like 4 things.
You're good.
Let me look at this spell real quick. I think she has something dope. I just want to make sure though. Boom. Okay. So she's going to cast a spell. So she's going to cast this spell that makes all of these, like, kind of, how do I say this? Dark Hunger. A dark energy erupts from you and batter all creatures within 10 feet of you. Each creature in the area must make a strength saving throw. So I'm going to have all of the goblins in front of her make a strength saving throw, because as we established, all of them are in front of her. But she's also in front of, what's her name? Tulane. Okay, so that's 3 fails and 1 pass. And I'm going to say that the big one failed. And to Tulane and Jeanette's surprise, it's actually stuck in this energy ball thing. 3, 5. So another one of the goblins goes down. One of them is bleeding, and the big one actually did take damage. Like, it looks like it's hurt. It's bleeding as well.
So how many are dead? 2?
So there are 2 dead, and there's 1 normal one alive that's bloodied, and 1 strong one that's bloodied. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And I want to change this. Is that too bright? It's too bright for me. Oh no. Okay.
I just have mine on the regular one.
I know, but it's like super bright for me. Okay, that's fine. Now, so I'm going to tell you what this spell did, because she can talk to you guys telepathically, so she'd be able to tell, what's her name? Tulane. So she's basically like, this spell makes it so that things can't take reactions, and so since that one creature couldn't take a reaction, it actually took damage. So whatever it was doing to stop it from taking damage was a reaction.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Next is going to be the goblins. So the first one's going to run up to Jeanette and try and hit her with his club. 18, so that is a success. 3, 4, 5 damage. She is bleeding.
Oh no.
And then he's going to take his free disengage. And then next, the other one with a bow is going to try and hit her as well. So she's 10, 11, 12, just barely misses. Wait, actually I think it just barely hits. I'm losing my mind. Yes, it just barely hits. So that's at least 6, 4, blue. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong paper. I'm looking at Jeanette's stuff, not the monster. Silly me. Okay.
So does he hit or does he miss?
He did hit. So that's going to be 6 damage altogether. She's looking really bad. But next is Tulane's turn. So she's Jeanette's just constantly reminding her, like, as long as it can't take reaction, we can damage it. And you can only take 1 reaction a turn just in game thing. So both of them double team this guy, they should be able to take him out, is what I'm saying.
Okay, so I'm going to do Chill Touch as a twin spell again. So I hit both of them.
You got it. And is that, it's only 1, okay.
Yeah, it's only one sorcery point.
Mommy.
What?
Let's watch this whole day so I can take out.
Yeah.
So one of them I got 11 altogether. The other one I got 13, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 17. So one of them hits. I'm going to say it hits the big guy. One thing about Chill Touch is they can't regain hit points if the hand is on them.
It does 1d8 necrotic damage, and it can't regain hit points until the start of their next turn. Until then, the hand clings to the target. If you hit an undead target, it also has disadvantage on attack rolls against you until the end of your next turn. So it still does 1d8 damage.
Wait, so what I'm saying is, like, the reaction that the goblin would take makes it so that it doesn't take damage. But it's not going to be able to regain hit points as a result of that, which is actually something it's been doing. Does that make sense? Okay. So
yeah, I thought you said like I wasn't going to be able to.
No, it's just yeah. So now it's Jeanette's turn, and I'm going to have her do her thing. If I can see. Yeah, so she's going to do her little mind thing to the big guy. He's got to make a save. Natural 20, so he doesn't take damage. But she's going to use a sorcery point to run up and use her daggers around her again.
Okay.
And then he's got to make a save to that. To which... What is the save? 12? 13. Okay, so he does not make the save. And he actually gets cut by these daggers. Let's see how much it is. He only has 2 HP left, so it's more than 2, then we're good. 4, 5, 6. So she actually kills the big goblin. But you do notice that...
But it goes to the other one.
Yeah, it goes to this other goblin that's over there. But he's also bloodied as well.
Okay.
So next is going to be the goblin's turn. And he's going to run up, and it is the goblin's turn. He's got a sword, so he's going to run up and try and hit Tulane. Boom, boom. Which he misses. And then he's going to take a disengage. Next is Tulane.
Oh. Is Jeanette still holding that reaction thing against them?
What do you mean?
So he can't take a reaction?
No, so basically... it's not still up. Does that make sense? So he can't take a reaction this turn, but as long as both of them attack, he only gets 1 reaction a turn.
Okay. So the thing with Tulane is you don't have any weapons on her page.
Oh yeah, I probably don't, huh? Let me look. So she has 2 daggers.
Is it the same as mine with the daggers?
It could be. She would have a +2, which would make it so that she has a +5 to hit.
Okay, so that's more than me.
Okay.
Okay, so let's do the dagger.
Okay. So that's
and she's out of sorcery points, I think.
13. Yeah, I think you used 3 with her, and that's how much she has. So 13 just barely hits this guy. And a dagger does a d4, and we're going to say it's plus her strength, which is 2.
Okay.
So she got a 4, 5, 6, and that actually kills him. Or no, he uses his reaction to not get killed. So yeah, she just blocked... What am I saying? He just blocked her attack. And now it's Jeanette's turn. Wait, am I messing up? You just attacked with... No, you just attacked with a dagger, right?
Yes.
Okay, so he just...
And I did 6 damage. I thought you said he died.
No, so he was supposed to die, but he used his reaction because this is still this is the start of a new turn. So if you can do another attack, you can, but otherwise we're going to let Jeanette try to take an attack on him.
Okay.
So Jeanette's going to come up and do her dagger thing. And make his save, which is he rolled a 6, so that's going to fail. And that's going to be 3, 4, 5 damage, which actually does kill him. Okay, so they're done. They're done. Those guys are dead, and immediately after dealing with them, Tulane and Jeanette come up to you and start, like, basically waking you up and trying to get you to, trying to help you, essentially, to the best of their ability. They both don't really know what to do. I'm kind of rolling for both of them to see if they have any, like, medicine skills, but both of them are rolling under 10, so they're doing a pretty bad job. But they're just going to stick with you, basically, for, I want to say, short rest, and you can use your hit die to heal yourself temporarily. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
Whatever hit die you have, you can use as much as you want. You just don't get those until you finish a long rest again.
Okay, where's my hit die?
So they should be right under your, like, HP. There's, like, a little thing that says hit die. It's like, they'll say, like, 2d6 or I think it's 3d6 right now.
It doesn't say anything.
I'm pretty sure it does. Let me look.
It doesn't say anything. Oh! It's 2d6.
Okay.
So, yeah, let's just use one of those.
I got you. So let's roll a d6 to heal you here. So that's going to be 3 HP.
Okay. And then I'm going to use Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay. How many d6?
It's 1d8 plus my spellcasting ability modifier.
Okay, 7. Plus your skeleton.
Plus 5.
Plus your sorcery. Not your to hit. Or not your sorcery, your charisma bonus.
Oh. Plus 3.
Plus 3. Okay, so 7, 8, 9, 10.
So I have 13 now?
Yep. 13 HP.
Okay. So let's continue on, I suppose.
Okay. One thing that you can think about doing, too, is giving... So you're a Mark of Healing halfling. Eventually, you could probably give Tulane the Mark of Healing, and she'll have access to healing spells after that. So, just in case you're worried about that in the future, yeah, we got that. Or you could even give her the Mark of Hospitality. That's what Arya has, where she has, like, the sleep spells and stuff. So, those are options. But, okay, moving on. You've killed all these goblins in this cave. So there are 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 goblins in there. And Jeanette's like, oh, I'm glad we didn't fight that other guy.
What other guy? Oh, the ogre?
Yeah. She's like pretty like... She's like, if we can't handle... She's like, I can't even handle goblins. I'm not going to try and handle the ogre.
The ogre. We might have to come back for him.
Mm-hmm. So you walk down this like ramp and get to the bottom of this cave, and there's actually a cavern that is basically hollowed out all around I will call it a huge obsidian rock. So this rock is probably 9 or 10 feet tall and probably 6 feet around, like coming down. It's kind of, I want to say, not really a diamond shape, but more of like just an oval stone.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a big black rock. And Jeanette looks at you, she's like, yeah, this is the Darkstone. It has an unbelievable amount of magic coming from it. There is no one type of magic that is coming off of it, and simultaneously every type of magic. Does that make sense?
Like chaos magic, like Arya.
She's like, yeah. Lots of stuff coming off of it. She's like, she's like, this is what gave me my powers originally, I've come to conclude, and I think it's what's made a couple of the children who are born in this town actually have abilities, when people are assuming it's, their children getting kidnapped and replaced, which does happen, but unfortunately was not the real case here. She's like, but this is the Darkstone. This is a magical phenomenon, the thing you were looking for, I'm guessing. She's like, basically, any weird thing that gets affected by this, I try to take care of her in my own way, like I have with the ogre, with you guys, but... So
I'm going to ask Tulane, too, if, like, she thinks this is what happened to her.
She's like, let's see what she thinks. She has a +3 to Arcana?
I think that's what you said. Yeah.
Boom. I keep pulling it up and then closing it. So +3.
Yes, she has a +3 Arcana.
Okay. So she keeps rolling.
I have them all on different tabs.
Okay, so she's like pretty... She like realizes how magical this thing is, but she's like, you know, it's definitely very magical, and I don't think it's a coincidence, but at the same time, I'm not positive.
Okay.
You know, she's like...
She doesn't know.
Yeah.
That makes sense, though. Okay. I don't know what we should do.
Yeah, and Jeanette basically is like, yeah, she told you her spiel. She's basically like, I've just been trying to take care of whatever happens around here because of this thing, but I don't know.
I know that it's done good things for you, but I'm afraid of, like, what it will continue to do.
She's like, I definitely don't think it should be near a town. She's like, but where it goes, I go.
How do you feel about destroying it?
She's like, how does she feel about destroying it? She's like, I'm not even sure it can be destroyed. She's like, I think there are ways we can nullify its power and protect other people from it. It's gonna be, like I said, there's so much magic coming off this thing. I don't know how to destroy it.
How do you think we can chill it out, you know? Like...
She's like, we could put it somewhere where there are magical protections around it that don't let the magic get out, but I personally don't know how to do that type of magic. I've been learning a lot of different magic from the stone, but I don't think it's going to give me the answer to stopping it. She's like, most of the stuff I've learned from it is basically how to mess with people's minds and kind of read their thoughts for the most part.
Okay.
And, yeah, it doesn't help us.
How big is this stone?
It's 9 feet tall, 8 feet around.
So, like, if we tried to move this thing, it'd be pretty freaking difficult.
Mm-hmm. It's extremely heavy.
Could I use lightning lure on it?
To try and, like, get it to move itself?
Pull it?
So... you can try.
Okay, so I'm gonna step back from it.
Mm-hmm.
15 feet.
Okay.
And see if I can get it to pull within 5 feet of me with the lightning lure.
Okay. What do I want to have you roll for this? I'm just letting you know it's going to be a high roll because it is not only just huge and heavy, it is also extremely magical.
Yeah.
So, sorry, I'm looking at like 8 different things. Let's have you roll... Oh gosh. You know what, just add your charisma bonus to the roll, and we'll just see how that works out.
Okay.
Boom, boom. And I guess I can roll for you. Sorry, I'm forgetting. So I got a 12.
Okay. So, 15. 15.
Okay, so you, like, shoot a piece, your lightning out, and it, like, lashes around this thing, and it starts, like, yanking. But as the pull starts to happen, it starts to, like, see... It looks like the the stone like sucks in the lightning. Does that make sense? So
Yeah.
like while you're like trying to pull it, it just like gets nullified by this thing.
Okay, man, I don't know what to do. I mean, the only other thing I can think to do is Thunder Wave, but I can't do that all the way back home, because that'll automatically push any like unsecured object 10 feet away from me. That spell's effect, but I don't know, is it secured?
So it's like, it's just a stone that's in the ground. So it's like, you can tell that part of it like is inside the ground. It's just a heavy stone.
Man, I don't even know what to do here.
So
I can use land vehicles.
that's not a bad idea.
Do you have any vehicles around here that I can take this on?
Are you asking Jeanette?
Yes.
She's like, I don't know if I have anything strong enough to carry this. She's like, we probably commission something, but it'll take a while to make. Let's see if she has an idea of where to find something. So she's like, there is a stable that has like a heavy duty like metal cart we can take, but it's gonna be expensive. And I don't have that kind of money. Tulane,
You'd steal it.
yeah, Tulane like looks up. She's like, we could just take it.
We can steal it.
And
We'll bring it back.
Jeanette's like, She's like I said, I go where the stone goes. So if you guys want to take it and load it on there, I'm going.
Okay. Let's do that then. But I want to get this oil first.
Okay.
So I think we should just start there next time.
Okay, we'll do that next time then. Sounds good to me.
And I'll steal a cart. It's like 9.